everyone, welcome back to a new video. So today we're going to be doing a behind the scenes video. I have a hell of a lot of work to do for college, and some of that is I need to do some product shoots. Our current unit is product photography, and I've done sort of all the preliminary shoots, sort of the prove you can do this technique shoots, and now I'm on to the final project for product. That's quite hard to say, project for product. We got to choose what topic we wanted to do for our final project, so I chose jewellery. I had like so many ideas for this because like there's so many cool things I could take photos of, but I thought jewellery would be the easier one to do because of the pandemic. Basically, I'm not going to be able to go and use the studio, so I'm shooting at home, and obviously I have limited space at home and also limited resources, so it's easier to do something small like jewellery rather than trying to do like shoes or clothes or something which obviously take up a lot bigger space. So I borrowed some of my mum's jewellery for this shoot because her jewellery is a lot more expensive, whereas most of mine is just from like Creds and Primark, which doesn't really lend itself to product photography. So I've nicked some of my mum's jewellery, which is actually nice jewellery. So yeah, I'm going to be doing 3 different shoots with my mum's jewellery. I have 3 different necklaces. I think I've got matching earrings for a couple of them as well, and I'm going to do them in 3 different shoots. Each one has its own little theme, which I will talk you through in a bit. But first I wanted to go over the setup and how I'm shooting at home, as well as what equipment I'm using. So I'm just going to be shooting in my bedroom because England is now on lockdown again, so I can't go into college to shoot, and I wasn't really planning on doing it anyway because I just find it kind of easier to shoot at home. So I'm shooting in my room. I have cleared off my chest of drawers and I've moved all of the stuff that was on there onto my desk so that I have a clear space to work on. I went to Hobbycraft before the lockdown and I bought just a big piece of black and white paper basically so that I can use that as a seamless background, and I also have obviously my camera and my flashes, which I will show you now. So I have a Fujifilm X Pro 2 camera. I can't show you it because I'm filming on it right now, but I have a Fuji X Pro 2 in case you wanted to know. I'm just using the kit lens it comes with. I do have other lenses, but it's honestly just kind of easier to shoot with the kit lens because I'm not really used to the other lenses yet and I haven't got time to mess around because I've got a lot to do. And honestly, it's kind of an insult to call it a kit lens because it is a really good lens. So yeah, that's the camera I'm using, and then for lights I am using Nikon flashes. I have 2 of these, the other one is over there. These were my dad's, but he's passed them on to me. They are Nikon though, which means that I obviously have a Fuji camera, and so I have to have an adapter in order to make them work. So this little adapter goes where my microphone is currently on my camera, and it is the Fujifilm EF-X8. This is a flash adapter, so you can see it has a flash, and so when the flash goes off it sets the other flashes off. You can get ones that are non-flash and they're just like remotes, and so they just tie the flashes to the camera, but this one is a flash because that's what my dad already had. The flashes I'm using are Nikon Speedlight SB700. Honestly, I don't really know what that means, but they're just flashes, really. And yeah, they've got stands, they've got a little, what do you call this? A diffuser on them. And yeah, they're fairly standard flashes. I very much prefer the big studio lights to little flashes, but I don't have big studio lights at home, so I'm using the flashes. For anyone who cares about the settings I'm using on my camera and my lights, I will run through them very quickly. On my camera, I usually set my shutter speed to 125th of a second. I set my ISO to 200, just you kind of want to keep that as low as possible all the time. And I set my aperture to really kind of anything. I just sort of start in the middle and then I just adjust it as need be. I found that for the other product shoots I've been using a fairly large ISO, so a large number but a small hole. I know it's very complicated, so I've been using around a 20 or an 18 because that's just what I found worked. So the settings on the light are a little bit more complicated. I have it set to M on the left hand side so that it will link to my camera, and I then just press the select button and I can change the power of the light very easily. I don't necessarily use a specific power of light, I really just put it on something and then play with it, and whatever works, works. So there is really no sort of standard I have for this, I just fiddle around until something works. As I mentioned briefly earlier, each shoot does have like a little theme, which is totally not necessary, and technically I only have to do 1 shoot and not 3, but as per usual I just kind of can't help myself because I have too many ideas. So, you know, I'm doing 3, but it could be 10. So it's better than it could be. So yeah, I'm going to be filming with my phone because I currently only have the one camera which I'm obviously going to be taking photos on, so I can't film and take photos on it at the same time. So yeah, I'm just going to get set up. I will show you all the setup and everything, and then we'll get into the shoots. And that is my shoots done. I have now put my room back together because the mess was getting very overwhelming. I had stuff everywhere. I mean, I still have stuff everywhere because I've really just outgrown my room at the moment, but my chest of drawers is now much tidier. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me do a product shoot at home. It wasn't very easy because this room just kind of isn't big enough to shoot in really, and I had to sort of make do with what I had. But I think the photos turned out pretty good. You will have seen the photos through the video, so I hope you like them as well. I have written a blog post about this as well, and I've gone into a little bit more in depth about what the settings I used for each photo, and sort of like how I did each shoot and how I approached each shoot with the theme and everything. So if you want to read more in depth about my thought process and everything, you can head over to my blog, photography.samanthadrage.co.uk, and you can check out the accompanying blog post. But whether you care to read it or not, this is the end of the video and I hope you've enjoyed it. So like it if you did enjoy it, and tell me down below if you enjoy the behind the scenes videos, because I'm always shooting something so I can do loads more of these very easily. So let me know if you want those and I will get right to that. You can subscribe to make sure you don't miss those. I also do weekly vlogs and there is going to be another video every week of some sort of miscellaneous kind. There will be a lot more behind the scenes videos coming, including some reading vlogs. So yeah, there's a lot more content, so subscribe so you don't miss that. And I will see you in the next video.